Yeah. And secondly, where see era, thank you for that because social media is now our new. How has your programs now linked with technology and social media? And also in terms of awareness, I see a lot of things. See community access, community awareness, uh, leveraging tech for information sharing and also issues related to mental health education and reproductive health as well, which is good. And also another important aspect is the youth programs, especially professional activity, to basic health information. So um, look to consideration for all that.
So,
So thank you. The
thank,
list
thank
for
you,
NC is long.
thank you very much.
Yes.
So the SMAP was very brief. If you look at the presentation, he just summarized 3 activities out of over 30. So by the time you go through all these activities, it will address all your concerns.
Okay.
That is one. But for BSCPF, we were very careful. But again, it's a very good observation, at least for the women under the age of the productive age that are youth. So you know the intervention is targeting pregnant women, children 0 to 5 years, elderly, and the rest. At least one particular interest group is the women of the productive age. Correctly, we did not capture it. In fact, at the point, Osman was like, our activities are too many. So we decided to limit some for the sake of this, but you are giving us room to now add 1 or 2 things which we are comfortable with that. The activities are already just for us to keep and add to this, but some of your concerns are already in some of the activities. So affordability disease, they are very key partners with us, and I want to assure you that as supporting agencies, we'll add them because they participate in all the activities we're doing in the health sector. So I think that's the best way to add them. You cannot create one activity, directly that WDC is going to do. For the last one, again, that we did pick is the National Health Fellowship Program, which is a federal government intervention. A good opportunity, and I think the platform is firm now for those in National Youth Council to encourage our young people to apply, just like the Data Science Fellowship Program. This one automatically federal government employ them, and after 1 year, they absorb them into federal ministries. They're not coming back to start looking for job. So it's another activity that we'll try to put it in. This is between 22 to 30 years of age that are qualified, but you have to be very intelligent to write a convincing essay for you to be absorbed into the program. So that's one other area that we know we did not capture in this very first stage, but a lot of activities. And if you want more, we can still bring them.
So the age, is it football age?
Thank
you very much. Legal or football age? All right. So okay.
Okay, thank you. I think this is a wonderful framework from the Ministry of Health. So, but for me, I would just want to add up, or is it observation? Kadbosa is still Kadbosa, or there is a change name for it? Okay, yeah, well, we're in the process of correction. Yes,
So we can reflect that.
Yes.
Because of this, we decided to use Kadbosa for now.
Okay.
Only me one.
Yeah. So, secondly, for the issue of women of reproductive health, you have to actually categorize it. That's just the truth about it. If you are looking at the youth or adolescent, you should be specific about it because we have 15 to 19 of a particular concern because they are like a vulnerable age group when it comes to sexual and reproductive health of those particular type of people because there's a program designed particularly for 15 to 19. Yes. So it's something that we can just look into.
So,
If,
we've done the long around counting at the primary care board level. That's why I say until you go through
These are
what is here,
yes.
you will start raising questions that are already
Yes, yes. So I think what we can also do, right?
yes.
Since we can have when this is put together, we can share for validation. So if there's any concern or anything missing, then we'll reach out to the people that are here so that we can tell them that, okay, this thing is missing and this is my justification before the final document. Since we can't be talking on what we have not read,
Yes.
we can only speak on based on what they have said and then remind them that how about this, then they make reference. Go on, sir.
Okay. So okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So lastly, the area maybe I want to talk about, I don't know whether it will fit in to health section or governance. Yes, maybe it will fit into governance. Maybe I will leave it for governance. Is the area of concern that was raised, and Ogaba Damasi were discussing it with persons from that gave us the presentation on how to develop human framework. So how do we put an activity that will now address the issue of organization doing intervention of youth concerns, but we hardly see them? Yes. So maybe it should be like form of mitigation somewhere elsewhere, and activities on how to see how to get these people all on board. Because there are a lot of local NGO doing a lot of things and they are not identified within the budget and planning. They are not captured into the database. I think the issue of governance. Maybe you finish it.
This is exactly how it's going to. This is a loaded one, and I think what we need to do, we should go back and then all of us think on how best we can handle this. But I think the Ministry of Youth needs to take it on this. Let them start collaborating. Let them open up. At least they should provide a platform that all these non-governmental organizations, let them feel yes, they can come to them and start discuss. I think that is the only way we can start mapping them because even at the BBC, we don't have them. So we need to provide a platform that will now make them present. Then we study, can take what next action we need to take in terms of like what they are doing. But the first thing first is let them get them on the either PBC or the youth. But I think for BBC it will be easier for BBC because they are more familiar with the youth than the youth. Yes, then we link them up.
Yes. And the good thing is that if you look at the mandate of the Ministry of Youth, it clearly states that they are supposed to establish and sustain relationships with NGOs. So they have that even within their mandate, and they are responsible for registering associations and clubs. So yes, yes. So for agric, it's cooperatives that was taken to human services, from agric to human services. But you know the challenge is that most of them are now reserved. So I think thank you very much. Yes. 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 So because the question most people ask is that do you have a database of NGOs in Kaduna? We say you can't get that registered NGOs. So I think the ministry can actually, since in your mandate is clearly there, so it means it's easier for you to have it. No, there's NGOs. Yeah. Based on their mandates. Because they register all associations, whether youth, whether women, whether old, it's in their ministry and clubs. Yeah. Yeah. This is Baza managing cemetery, sir. Yes. to operate within Kaduna State. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So if you are working within Kaduna, it's always good that the state knows you are working in Kaduna, and that is what the registration. Yes, go on, sir.
Our last management meeting, that is what we have discussed. Because, for instance, some of these very giant associations, like your own in particular, this, yes, something like Nolige, NLC, all these kind of giants that they are very hard, they don't want to come and register with us because they are actually from going. That is the reason. But the law categorically stated out that all association they should come and register. Even if you have CAC and whatsoever, you have to come and register because we are your authority. If I may give example, about 2 3 weeks ago, there was an issue in Lagos State government, which this NURTW, they have their national body base. Lagos State government over most of the country they are having. They go out with them and stands. So even if you have registration with CAC, you have registration with whatsoever. When you come to the issue of state matter, you have to come and register. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Permanent Secretary, for that clarification. So I think before you go to the MIE, just one addition, and thankfully you mentioned it in your presentation. Please, we had included a column that helps us say which particular document you are aligning with. We need to have it because when we are compiling, we need to clearly state that this document is linked. You talked about AOP and all of that, so we need that clearly mentioned, not just verbally, so that it helps us when we are putting together the document. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
We'll do that one.
So, but we're also expecting it from your group.
We did not mention anything. We're just saying the state is agrarian by nature.
By nature, we don't even.
So we'll get the details when this group is making its presentation. We'll get more about agri. Yes. Yes. So whatever you give us when we are doing the general background, we'll include it. Yeah. All right. So thank you. Please, let's carefully listen to the presentation on MIE. So you also have, maybe we should start timing now. Is 5 minutes okay? Let's see what you can do in that 5 minutes.
I'll pick like 3 activities lifted from the implementation plan and form a base for it on the MIE framework. I'll pick the first 3 activities. If we go by the presentation by Dr. Hamad Sani yesterday, there are links that needed to be captured in the framework of any given MIE. We start from the activity, the input. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. But I was a framework that was shared. Did you work on that framework or you work on a different framework?
No, we work on a different framework, but all the components of what is on that particular one that's shared is also being captured here, sir.
Oh,
Yes. Yes, sir.
and here is this one. Yeah, it will be harmonized.
Yes. It will take time. Yes.
Yeah, so another thing we can do, let's when they are done with their framework, we confirm what framework others used, right? Then we can, at the end of the day, all agree what particular framework after their own we should adopt. Then, because I think the additions might not be more than one or two columns, right? So if it's something that others need to reflect, then we agree because they will go back and do the final cleanup.
The one presented, bro. This particular
So
one.
let them finish first. Let them finish. Yes, sir.
See, just like some of the group have, because the framework was presented,
Yes.
and say we work on it, and a different is being done. So who aligned back?
So let them finish first.
Let's do presentation first.
Let's present first. Yes, let them present first, sir. That's why we said that's what we are saying. Yeah.
The content.
We can be able to harmonize everything. The only thing that we need is all the
Message them.
components of M&E are they there? Yeah, there are no issues now. Even if you are not enough, you can be able to.
Harmonize.
But let's see all the key.
Let's see the key components.
Components are it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
When looking at activity, indicator, the end outcome, impact, means of verification or of that particular data.
So when you talk about MID, content we're talking about, I know when we share this, I just want to do things. It is maybe talk about baseline. You talk about they already have some verification. It's already when the only thing that this one is even a lot more detailed. Number one, talk about the baseline. You talk about your targets. You talk about your targets. When you talk about your target, I think this is what they didn't put the input activities and the input. That is one. Then the indicator. So the indicator, what you were talking about, or what? So we just put it as indicator. So just for us, when we do presentation, if we feel that okay, that's so good, that's the baseline goal. And the target goal because when you are when you are track and you have to look at what is where you are, where you want to. So let you have the target, your baseline, your actual. Which year is your baseline? Which is last year?